trying to talk to her like that. She ain't done you no harm.
Oh, ain't she? Think I want to get in trouble with the police and lose my license?
What is the woman talking about?
Let my Barker fool with you. Ain't you ashamed? He leaned against her all through the ride.
He leaned against the horse, but he didn't lay a hand on me.
Oh, no, Miss Innocence. And I suppose he didn't put his arm around your waist, neither.
And suppose he did. His batteries would have a couple of tick fit.
You keep out of this, you devil. Oh, you've had my warning. If you come back, I'll have you thrown out.
Who'll throw me out?
Billy Bigelow, the barker. Same feller you let get so free with you.
Well, I bet he wouldn't. I bet the same thing.
You mind your business, hussy.
Go on back to your carousel and leave us alone. Yes, leave us alone, you old...
I don't run my business for a lot of sluts.
Slut yourself. Yes, slut yourself.
Shut up! Deb. What's going on anyway? Spitting and sputtering like 3 lumps of corn and popping on a show.
Mr. Bigelow.
Don't yell.
I didn't yet.
Don't. What's the matter?
Take a look at that girl, Billy. She ain't never to be allowed on my carousel again. Next time she tries to get in, if she ever dares, I want you to throw her out. You understand me? Throw her out.
All right, you heard what the lady said. Run on home now.
Come on, Julie. No, I won't.
Like a drink?
Sure.
Mr. Bigelow, tell me please, honest and true, if I came to the carousel again, would you throw me out?
Well, what'd she do anyway?
Well, she says you put your arm around my waist.
So that's it. Here's something new. Can't put my arm around a girl without asking you for your permission first?
I just don't want that one around anymore.
You come around all you want, see? If you ain't got the price, Billy Bigelow will treat you to a ride.
Big talker, ain't you, Mr. Bigelow? I suppose you think I can't throw you out too if I want to. You're such a good barker, I can't get along without you. Is that it? Just for that, you're discharged. Your services are no longer required. You're bounced, see?
Very well, Miss Mullen.
You know, I could bounce you if I felt like it.
You felt like it just now. Ain't that funny? So I'm bounced.
Do you have to pick up every word I say? I only said
Then my services were no longer required. We'll let it go at that, Miss Mullen.
All right, you devil, we'll let it go at that.
Mr. Bigelow,
You stay out of this.
I don't want this to happen on account of me.
You. Apologize to her.
Me? Apologize to her? For what? For spoiling the good name of my carousel? The business left to me by my dear, safely departed husband, Mr. Mullen? I only wish you were alive at this minute.
I bet he don't.
Give you such a smack on the jaw.
That's just what I'm going to give you if you'll dry up.
You upstart. After all I've done for you, I'm through you for good. You hear me? Through for good.
Get on out of here.
I won't take you back like I've done before.
Mr. Bigelow.
Don't go feeling sorry for me. Don't you feel sorry for me neither.
I don't feel sorry for you, Mr. Bigelow.
You're a liar. You are feeling sorry for me. I can see it in your face. You think now that she fired me, well, I won't be able to get another job.
What will you do now, Mr. Bigelow?
Now? Well, now I'll go get myself a glass of beer. Whenever anything bothers me, I always drink a glass of beer.
Then you are bothered about losing your job.
No, just about how I'm going to pay for the beer. Will you pay for it? Will you? Well, how much money have you got?
43 cents.
And you? Well, I asked you how much money have you got? Oh, there's no reason to cry about it. Look, I'm going to go back to the carousel and get a few things, and then I'll come back and we'll have that drink. No, it's all right. Keep your money. I'll pay this time.
Julie, do you like it? I don't know. Did you like it when he talked to you today? When he put you on the carousel that way? Did you like that? Rather not say. You're an odd one, Julie Jordan, and your voice were deeper than a well, and you never That's only when there's more than one. Oh. Julie, I've been busting to tell you something like that. Yeah? The reason I didn't care to tell you before was because, well, you didn't have a fella of your own. But now that you got one, I can tell you about mine.
I'm glad you got a fella, Carrie. What's his name?
His name is Mr. Snow, and an upstanding man is he. He comes home every night in his round bottom boat with a net full of herring on the sea. An almost perfect bow, as refined as a girl could wish. But he spends so much time in his round bottom boat that he can't seem to lose the smell of fish. The first time he kissed me, the whip of his clothes knocked me flat on the floor of the room. But now that I love him, my heart's in my lungs, and fish is my favorite food. Last night he spoke quite low, and a fresh-spoken man is he. And he said, Miss Pepperidge, I'm right here fine. If I could be wed with a wife. And indeed, Miss Pepperidge, if you'd be mine, I'd be yours for the rest of my life. Next moment we were promised, and now my mind's in a maze. For all I can do is look forward to that wonderful day of when I'm married, Mr. Snow. The flowers will be buzzing in the home of bees. The birds will make a racket in the churchyard trees. When I'm married, Mr. Snow. Daddy, it's off to home and go. And both of us will look a little dreamy eyed, driving to a cottage by the ocean side, where the salty breezes blow. He'll carry me past the threshold, and I'll be as meek as a lamb. Then he'll set me on my feet, and he'll say, "Come, Miss Sweet." Well, Mr. Snow, here I am. When I kiss you, so you know that everything will be as right as white can be. I'm living in a cottage where the sea will be. Oh, I love it, Mr. Snow. That you speak and bold and daring, make me whisper, oh, I'm married, Mr. Snow. I'm so happy for you, Carrie. So you see, I can understand how you feel about Billy Bigelow.
You still here?
Well, you told us to wait for you.
What'd you think I wanted with two of you? I mean, that one of you was to stay. The other can go home.
All right, all right.
Well, one of you goes home. Where do you work?
Baskin's cotton mill, a little ways up the river.
You?
I work there too.
Well, one of you goes home. Which one of you wants to stay? Come on, speak up. Which one of you stays?
Whoever stays loses her job.
How do you mean?
All Baskin's girls have to be respectable. We all live at the mill boarding house. And if any of us are late, then they lock us out. And we can't go back to work there anymore.
Say, is that right to be discharged? Not home on time?
That's right.
Julie, should I go?
I can't tell you what to do, Carrie.
All right. Stay if you like.
Say, is that right to be bounced if you stay?
Should I go, Julie?
Why do you keep asking me that?
Well, because you always know what's right.
All right, Carrie.
and go home. Well, good night.
Well, now we're both of us out of a job. Have you had your supper?
No.
You want to go up on the pier and eat?
No.
Anywhere else?
No.
You don't come to the carousel much. Only seen you there 3 times before tonight.
Oh, I've been there much more than that.
Is that right? Did you see me?
Yes.
Did you know I was Billy Bigelow?
The girls told me.
You got a sweetheart.
No.
Oh, don't lie to me.
I haven't anybody.
You stayed here with me the first time I asked you. You know your way around, all right? All right.
No, I don't, Mr. Bigelow.
Well, then what'd you stay for?
You wouldn't be left alone.
Alone? Oh, sure, Dom. I don't need to be alone. Don't you know that? I can have all the girls I want. Not just middle girls either. I can have any kind I want.
I know, Mr. Bigelow.
What do you know?
But all the girls are crazy. But that's not why I stayed. I stayed because you've been so good to me.
You can go.
I don't want to go home now.
Suppose I was to go and leave you sitting here all by yourself.
Even then, I wouldn't go home.
You know what you remind me of? Kid I knew in Coney Island. Tell you how I met her. One night, just after closing time, you put out the lights on the carousel. Say, tell me something.
Good evening, Mr. Baskin.
Good evening, Jiminy. Nice night, isn't it?
Indeed it is. Now, one of your girls?
One of my girls. Miss Jordan, is that you?
Yes, Mr. Baskin.
Whatever are you doing out at this hour of night?
Well, I was...
You know what time we close the mill boarding house doors. You couldn't be home in time now if you ran all the way there.
No, sir.
Well, who's all sideburners?
Here now, don't you go calling Mr. Baskin names unless you're fixing to get yourself into trouble. We got a report on this fellow from the police chief at Bangor. He's a pretty sly gazebo. Come up from Coney Island.
New York.
He works on carousels, makes a specialty out of young things like this. Gets them all moony-eyed, promises to marry them, and takes their money.
Well, I haven't got any money.
You speak when you're spoken to, miss.
Julie, you've heard what kind of black this man is. You're an innocent girl and he's imposed on you. That's why I'm inclined to give you one more chance.
You hear that?
I'm going to pick up Miss Baskin from the church. We'll take you home and I'll explain everything to the house matron. Come, my child.
Well, girl, don't be sitting there like you didn't have good sense.
Do I have to go with him?
No, you do not have to.
Then I'll stay.
After I warned you?
You see, Timothy, there's some of them that you just can't help. Well, good night.
Good night, Mr. Baskin.
Good night, Mr. Baskin.
You low-down scalawag. Why are to throw you in jail?
What for?
I don't know. I wish I did.
Well, and then what?
Huh?
You were starting to tell me a story
Me?
about that girl in Coney Island. Said you just put on the lights in the carousel, and that's as far as you got.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Well, we just put out the lights on the carousel. And along comes this little girl wearing a shawl. Say, tell me something. Ain't you scared of me? I mean, after what that cop said about me taking money from girls.
I ain't scared.
That's your name? Julie? Julie something?
Julie Jordan.
You're an odd one, Julie Jordan. Ain't you sorry that you didn't run away? You can still go if you wanna.
I really choose to stay. You couldn't take my money if I didn't have any, and I don't have a penny down to
must have had a feller you went walking with.
Yes.
Where'd you walk?
Nowhere special I recall.
In the woods,
No,
on the beach.
no,
Did you love him?
no, I never loved no one. I told you that.
You're a funny kid. You want to go to town and dance, maybe?
No. I have to be careful.
What?
My character. You see, I'm never gonna marry.
I'm never gonna marry. If I was gonna marry, I wouldn't have to be such a stickler. But I'm never gonna marry, and a girl who don't marry has got to be much more particular.
Supposing I was to say that I'd marry you.
You?
That scares you, don't it? You're thinking about what that cop
Oh,
said.
no, I ain't. I never paid no money, but he said.
But you wouldn't marry anybody like me, would you?
Well, yes, I would. Well, if I loved you. It would make no difference, would you? Even if I died.
How do you know what you'd do if you loved me? Or anything?
I don't know how. Just the same, I know how it'd be if I loved you.
When I worked in the mill, weaving at the loom, I gazed absent-minded at the roof. And at the time the shuttle get twisted in the threads, and the warp would get mixed with the wool. If I love you.
But you don't.
No, I don't.
But somehow I can see just exactly how I feel. If I love you, I forget and try to say all I want you to
Well, anyway, you don't love me. That's what you said, wasn't it?
Yes. You smell it? Can you? The blossoms? The winter?
Ain't much wind tonight. Hardly any. You can't hear a sound, not the turn of a leaf, nor the fall of a wave in the sand. The tide's creeping up on the beach like a thief, afraid to be caught stealing the land. On a night out for myself. We ain't important. What are we? Couple specks of nothing. Look up there. There's a hell of a lot of stars in the sky, and the sky so big the sea looks small. And two little people, you and I, we don't count at all. You're a funny kid. Don't remember ever meeting a girl like you. You. Are you trying to get me to marry you?
No.
What's putting it into my head? You're different, all right. Don't know what it is. You look up to me with that little kid face like you trusted me or something. I wonder what it'd be like.
What?
Nothing. I know what it'd be like. To be awful. And to see myself. Kind of scrawny and pale, picking at my food, and lovesick like any other guy. I'd throw away my sweater and dress up like a dude with a dickie and a collar and a tie. If I loved you.
But you don't.
No, I don't. But somehow I can see just exactly how I feel. If I loved you, time and again I would try to say all I want you to know. If I loved you, words would come in an easy way. Round in circles I'd go, longing to tell you, but afraid and shy. I'd let my golden chances pass me by. Soon leave me, off you would go in a misty day. Well, anyway, I ain't a feller to marry nobody. Even if a girl's foolish enough to want me to, I wouldn't.
Don't worry about it.
Who's worried?
Right about there being no wind. Blossoms are just coming down to themselves. It's just their time to, I reckon.
We're cooking the ice cream, roasting the lemonade.
Stop all that racket!
Get away, you Catholic demon! Yes!
Where's your daddy?
In the kitchen, busy nibbling in a bucket at a time. And neither ought to be ashamed of yourselves, making a plague out of you and yelling and screaming and carrying on.
Give it to him good, Harry, give it to him good.
Get away, you know-how nothings. With your silly jokes and pride. If you can't tell your brains in a butterfly said, you still have room to rattle.
Give it to him good, Harry, give it to him good. Tell him something that'll learn him.
Get away, you roustabout riffraff. With your belly is full of grog. If you can't tell your brains in a polyglot's head, he never even heard of be a frog.
No, Polly won't get there to be a frog. That'll learn him. Learn him.
Now just a minute, ladies, got your picture print. We only have to write me if you were ready yet. We tied them like this climbing together this storm. And when it couldn't tell you, we went and got a walk. Look at them clouds, they think it owns the sun. Look at them clouds, all ready for the roll. We all went out and done and was over hungry as ghosts.
You'll get to take some victuals till you get to cross the bay. So run on your belt and run their boats, let's get underway. The sooner we sail, the sooner we start, when they cross the bay.
Here, boys, here's your donuts and coffee.
Just tell them what to do now.
They've been digging clams since 5 in the morning. I'm seated myself down on the beach.
Now you're so hard to get.
Oh, you can't blame me. First class I get here is always like this. It's like unlocking a door. And all the crazy notions they've kept shut up for the winter come looking out into the sunshine. This here is just like any other.
March went out like a fire. Like the water in the rain. Then came river rains, heaven's light, and long come freezing away. Mary's full of promises, but she didn't keep a quicking up her song. Doubting Thomas's was her ticket didn't come home.
Jimmy Cragen.
New friend. He's a sailor on that big whaler in NCB. He set sail tomorrow. I'll be so glad.
Look, girls, we've got a lot of work to do. Come on, you sweep up those steps, and you sit here and keep out of the way. And don't be poking your noses into other people's business.
Do you need me, Cousin Nettie?
No, you stay here and visit with Carrie. You two haven't seen each other in a long time. Geez, you good.
Is he working yet? No. Cousin Nettie's been off behind me, so I'm staying in the car. Mr. Snow says any man who can't find a job is just about lazy. Well, Billy don't know any trade. He's only good at what he used to do. Now he just don't do anything. Won't the carousel woman take him back? I think she would. He won't go. I asked him why once. He won't tell me. Last Monday, he hit me. Did you hit him back? No. Why don't you leave him? I don't want to. I would. Thinks just because he's Billy Bigelow, he can do anything he wants. Don't support you. Beat you. He's a bad one. No, he's not willingly or meaningly bad. Maybe you're right. He was deadly that night we sat together on the bench, wasn't he? Yes, he was. But now he's always acting up. Oh, not always. Sometimes he's gentle. Even now. Every night after supper, he comes out here and listens to the music coming from the carousel. Something comes over him. He's gentle. What's he saying? Nothing. He sits and gets kind of thoughtful. You see, he's unhappy because he ain't working. That's really the reason he hit me on Monday. Oh, fine reason for hitting you. Thinks he can beat his wife because he ain't working. Well, it preys on his mind. Did he hurt you? Oh, no, Carrie, no. Julie, I got some good news to tell you. About me and Mr. Snow. We're going to be crying in church next Sunday.
What did you say, Carrie? Carrie! Honest and truly, this is a hit. I never! Tell us, Carrie, how long have you been mistaken?
Near on 2 months. Julie was the first to know.
Oh, tell us about him, Julie.
Oh, Julie's never seen him, but he all will soon. I invited him here today. He's coming to the clan today.
Can't hardly wait till I see him. I can't hardly wait for the wedding.
What a day that'll be for you.
When you walk down the aisle, all the heads will turn. What a rustling of bodies there'll be. And you'll try to smile, but your cheeks will burn. And your eyes against the dim
tell about Julie, too, didn't I? Carrie says you'll be coming to the clan day. Looks like we'll have good weather for it, too. It's a beautiful day.
You're right.
Oh, he don't say much, but what he does say is awful pithy. Oh, ain't he just like I said he was? Just like.
Carrie, I never forgot. I brought you some flowers.
Flowers? Where are they? Oh, geranium seeds.
And this one here is hydrangea. Thought we might plant them in front of the cottage. They do good in the salt air.
That'd be beautiful.
I like to dig around my gardens in my garden spare time. Like to plant flowers and take care of them. Does your husband like to do that?
Well, I couldn't rightly say that Billy likes to take care of flowers. He likes to smell them, though. Mr. Snow's awful good looking, ain't he?
Oh, come, Carrie.
Sammy, we love him, too. Ain't you gonna wish us luck? Carrie, of course I wish you luck. Well, you can kiss Mr. Snow, too. Seeing as how we're such good friends, and I'm sitting right here and all.
Why are you crying, Mrs.
It's because she has such a good heart.
Well, we thank you for your heartfelt sympathy, Mrs.
Mrs. Bigelow. Mrs. Billy Bigelow. That's my name, Mrs. Billy. Mrs. Carrie. This is her intended, Mr. Snow.
Ah, Mr. Bigelow, I almost feel like... How are you? Just fine, I guess. You know, a little chest cold. That's hard to hear, you know.
Billy?
All right, say, staying on all night, ain't working. Well, live up to Cousin Nettie.
Well, I didn't say anything.
No, but it was on the tip of your tongue.
Billy, be sure and come back in time to go to the clan.
Ain't going to no clan day. Come on, Tigger.
I sure am glad you ain't got no whoop jibbery notions like Billy.
Well, Carrie, I feel like a man's got enough to worry about. Getting a good night's sleep so's to get a good day's work the next day without getting in any special trouble.
Oh, you're right.
A man's got to make plans for his life, then he's got to stick to them.
Well, your plans are working out just fine, ain't they, Eva?
All according to schedule so far. I own a little house and I sail a little boat, and the fish I catch I sell. And in a manner of speaking, I'm doing very well. I love a little girl and she's in love with me, and soon she'll be my bride. And in a manner of speaking, I should be satisfied.
Well, ain't you?
If I told you my plans and the things I intend, it'd make every hair on your head stand on end. When I make enough money out of one little boat, I'll put all my money in another little boat. I'll make twice as much out of two little boats. And the first thing you know, I'll have four little boats. Then 8 little boats, then a fleet of little boats, then a great big fleet of great big boats. All catching herring, bringing it to shore, sailing out again and bringing in more and more and more and more.
Well, who's gonna eat all that herring?
They ain't gonna be here. Gonna put them in cans and call them sardines. Gonna build a little sardine factory, then a big one, then the biggest one in the country. Carrie, I'm gonna get rich off sardines. I mean, we are gonna get rich. You and me, and all of us. The first year we're married, we'll have one little kid. The second year we'll go and have another little kid. You'll soon be darning socks for 8 little feet.
You'll come to another fleet.
We'll build a lot more rooms. Our dear little house will get bigger. Our dear little house will get bigger.
And so
sleeping upstairs in bed, you and me, alone in the firelight, me in my armchair, you on my knee, maybe.
Maybe.
When the children are asleep, we'll sit and dream the things that every other dad and mother dream. When the children are asleep and lights are low, if I still love you the way I love you today, oh pardon my saying I told you so. When the children are asleep, I'll dream with you. We'll think what fun we have had and be glad that it all came true.
When children are awake, I'll walk into the rooms and running on the stairs. Then in a manner of speaking, our house is really there. But once they close their eyes and we are left alone and free from all their thoughts, then in a manner of speaking, we can be really young. When the children are asleep, I'll dream with you.
Dream all alone.
Every other dad and mother.
Dreams that won't be interrupted when the children are asleep and lights are low.
If I still love you the way I love you today, you'll pardon my saying I told you so. When the children are asleep, I'll dream with you.
You'll dream with me.
Think what fun we have had and be glad that it all came true.
When today is a long time ago, you'll see that the best dream I know is you.
Hey, Billy, where are you going? Stick with me. That's when you're in my shipmates. I want to talk to you. I got an idea for you and me to make some money. How much? More than you ever saw in your life. Nigger, you better get over here. Come on, Billy. People who live on land are hard to understand. You're looking for fun, they clap you into jail. So I'm shifting off to sea. Life is fun and free. And I feel I can flip the hook and flip of a rail. Flow high, low, low, away you go.
for selling cakes.
And you say this old sideburns that owns the mill is also the owner of your ship?
That's right. Tonight, he'll be taking $3,000 or $4,000 down to the captain by himself. He'll walk all along the waterfront by himself with all that money.
You'd think he'd have somebody go with him.
Not him. Well, not the last 3 times anyway. I sat in the same spot and so he passed me. Once I nearly jumped him.
Well, why didn't you?
I don't like to do a job unless it's airtight. And this one is too to pull it off properly. Besides, there was a moon shining on like a torch. I don't like moons. But lately the nights have been under fog. And it's 10 to 1 we'll have fog tonight. That's why I wanted you to tell your wife to go to that picnic, the clam bake.
Clam bake? What for?
Well, suppose we're all over on the island, and me and you get lost in the fog for half an hour. And suppose we got in a boat, came back here to do whatever we had to do, and then went back. Well, there's your alibi. You just say we were lost in the island the whole time.
What would I have to do?
You? You just go up to the old sideburns and say, "Excuse me, sir, can you tell me the time?"
Excuse me, sir. Could you tell me the time? Well, then what?
Then, by that time, I'll have my knife in his ribs, and you take your knife.
Not me. I ain't got a knife.
Well, you can get one, can't you?
I won't do it. It's dirty.
What's dirty about it?
Well, what about the knife?
Okay, just forget the knife. Just go up to him with a tin cup and say, "Please, sir, may I please have $3,000?
I ain't gonna do it.
Oh, of course. If you got all the money you want, and you don't
Make it a sin, see? Buddy thinks I'm dead.
That's what I thought. You're out of a job. You got a wife to
You leave her out of this. What do you want?
Hello, Billy.
What you come for?
Come to talk business.
business.
I see you're still hanging around your jailbird friend.
What's it to you who I hang around with?
If there's one thing I can't abide, it's the common type of woman.
So what'd you come for? You got a new partner, ain't you?
Billy, you really should stay home and sleep at night. You look awful.
He's as good as me, ain't he?
Brush the hair off your forehead.
Let my hair be.
If I told you to let it hang down, you'd only push it back. Heard you've been beating her. If you don't like her, why don't you just leave her? There's no use in beating the poor
Leave her,
sister.
eh? You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Don't flatter yourself. If I had any sense, I wouldn't have even come here. The things you've got to do when you're in business. I'd sell the damn carousel if I could.
Ain't it crowded without me?
Those fool girls keep asking me. They miss you, see? Ain't you gonna be sensible and come back?
And leave Julie.
Well, you beat her, don't you?
No, I don't beat her. What's this damn fool talking about me? Look, I hit her once, and now the whole town. The next one I hear, I'll smash.
All right. I just don't want to get mixed up in it.
Beat her. As if I beat her.
What's the odds one way or another? You've been married too much and you're sick of it. Out there's the carousel. Show booth, young girls, all the beer you want, a good living, and you're throwing it all away. You know what? I got a new organ.
I know.
How do you know?
You can hear it from here. I listen to it every night.
It's a good one, ain't it?
It's Jim Bandy. It's got a nice tone.
You ought to come up close and hear it. It makes it seem like the carousel's going faster. You belong out there and you know it. You ain't cut out for a respectable married man. You're an artist. You belong among artists. Tell you what, if you come back, I'll give you the ruby ring my husband left me.
Maybe I will go back. Well, I can still go on living here with Julie.
Holy Moses!
What's the matter?
Can you imagine how the girls would love that? A bar crew coming home to his wife every night. They'd laugh themselves sick.
I know what you want.
Don't be so stuck on yourself.
I ain't happy here, and that's the truth.
Of course you ain't.
What do you want?
I brought you your coffee. Have a talk to her, Billy. She'll understand. Maybe she'll be glad to get rid of you.
Maybe.
Billy, before I forget, I got something to tell you.
All right.
Well, I didn't want to tell you. In fact, I was going to yesterday,
Well, go ahead.
Well, I can't. Gotta be alone.
Can't you see I'm busy here? I'm talking business.
It'll only take a minute.
Would you get out of here?
I tell you, it'll only take a minute.
I say get out of here.
No.
What'd you say?
Let him alone, Billy. I'm dropping Baskin's bank and get some small change for the carousel. I'll be back in a few minutes to hear your answer to my proposition.
Go ahead and be quick about it.
Well, I can't tell it. Why don't you drink your coffee?
Is that what you come to tell me?
No. By the time you drink it, I'll have told you.
All right, go ahead.
Well, yesterday my head ached and you asked me.
Yes?
You see, that's just it.
Are you sick or something?
No, it was nothing like that. It's awful hard to tell you. I'm not a bit scared because it's a perfectly natural thing.
What is?
When two people live together,
Yes?
I'm gonna have a baby. I'm all right now.
Hey, Billy. Billy. Hey, Jigger. Julie's gonna have a baby.
Yeah, what about
Nothing.
it? My mother had a baby once.
He in there with her? They're having a row, I bet. When he comes back to me, I ain't gonna let him hang around with you anymore. You know that, don't you?
Common woman.
Ain't gonna let him in your clutches. Everyone that gets mixed up with you either ends up in jail or in the grave.
Carnival broad. Coming between a man and his wife.
Come in between nothing. They don't belong together. Nobody knows him like I do. And nobody's gonna get him away from me. And that goes for you.
Well, who wants him? If he's gonna let himself get tied up in an old wobbly-hip slut like you, what good would he be to me?
He won't be no good to you. And he won't end up with a policeman's bullet in his chest like that Roberts boy you hung around with last year. Wish the bullet had got you instead, you sleep-eyed wolf rat. You keep away from him. You hear? Or I'll call the cops.
Common woman.
Yeah, call names, but I got him back just the same, and you're through.
Put on a new coat of paint. You're starting to peel. Oh, pleasure boat.
You still there?
You told me to come back, didn't you? Here, you'll be wanting an advance on your salary. It's only fair. You've been out of work.
Go home, Miss Mullen.
What's the matter with you?
Can't you see I'm having my breakfast? Go on back to your carousel.
You mean you ain't coming with me?
Would you get out of here?
I'll never talk to you again. Not if I was dying, I wouldn't.
That worries me a lot.
What did she tell you in there anyway?
She told me that...
Some lies about me, I bet.
No, Miss Mullen, nothing about you. It's about Julie and me. As a matter of fact, Miss Mullen, I'm going to be a father.
You? Julie?
So get on out of here, Miss Mullen.
You a father?
Get the hell out. Get out of here.
I wonder what he'll think of me. I guess he'll call me the old man. I guess he'll think I can lick every other fella's father. Well, I can. I bet that he'll turn out to be the spitting image of his dad. But he'll have more common sense than his pudding-headed father ever had. I'll teach him to wrestle and dive through the wave when we go in the morning's car swim. His mother can teach him the way to behave, but she won't make a sissy out of him. Not him, not my boy, not Bill. Bill. My boy Bill, I will see that he's named after me. I will.
give a damn what he does, as long as he does what he likes. He can sit on his tail and work on a rail with a hammer and spikes. He can ferry a boat on a river, or pedal a pack on his back, or work up and down the streets of the town with a whip and a horse and a hack. He can haul a scow along the canal, run a cow around the corral, or maybe bark for a carousel. Of course, it takes talent to do that well. He might be a champ with the heavyweights, or a fellow that sells in glue, or president of the United States. That'd be alright too. His mother would like that, but he wouldn't be president, not unless he wanted to be. Not Bill. My boy Bill, he'll be tall and as tough as a tree. Bill, like a tree, he'll grow with his head held high, and his feet gladly firm on the ground. And you won't see nobody dare to try to boss him or toss him around. No fat bottom, flabby face, pot belly, baggy-eyed bully will boss him around. And I'm damned if he'll marry his pulse's daughter, a skinny little virgin with blood like water. He'll give him a peck, call it a kiss, look in his eyes through a long yet. Say, why am I carrying on like this? My kid ain't even been born yet. I can see him when he's 17 or so, and he's starting in to go, girl. I can give him lots of pointers very sound on the way to get round in a girl. I can tell him. Wait a minute. Could it be? What the hell? What if he's a girl? Bill. Oh, Bill. What can I do for her? What can I do with her? Me? A bum with no money. You can have fun with a son, but you gotta be a father to a girl. She might be so bad at that. A kid with ribbons in her hair, a kind of neat and petite little tin type of her mother. What a pair! My little girl, pink and white as peaches and cream, is she? My little girl is never get as bright as girls are meant to be. Dozens of boys pursue her, many a likely lad does what he can to woo her from her faithful bag. She'll have a few pink and white young fellas of 2 and 3, but my little girl gets hungry every night, and she comes home to me. I gotta get ready before she comes. I gotta make certain that she won't be dragged up in swamps like a lot of bums like me. She's gotta be sheltered and fed and dressed in the best that money can buy. I never knew how to get money. God, I'll try, by God, I'll try. I'll go out and make it, or steal it, or take it, or die.
about it.
Hey, Bill. What's this chief said about you not going to the clam bake?
Clam bake, huh? Maybe I will go. Well, there's Jigger. I gotta talk to him. Hey, Jigger.
I'll tell Julie you're coming.
All right. Jigger.
I changed my mind about the clam bake. I'll do everything like you said.
Good. Gotta keep counting money on account of the bait, see?
Sure, the bait. Did you use the knife?
Knife?
I only got a pocket knife. You should slightly need a real one.
Well, I ain't got a knife.
Well, go inside and take the kitchen knife.
But somebody might see me.
Take it so they don't see you.
Billy. Billy, is it true you're coming to the clam bake?
Yeah, I think so.
We'll have a barrel of fun. I'll show you all over that room. I know every inch of it. I've been going there to picnics since I've been a little girl.
Billy, you better get the
Get what?
Why,
shawl. That's it, the shawl. Billy said you ought to have one. It's cold at night, so the fog comes up. Ain't that what you said?
yeah, the shawl. I'll go get it.
Real thoughtful, Billy.
I'll get it.
Come on, everybody.
Under rock, weed and popping from the shells.
We can't leave it like this for the next picnickers to come. Come on, bob down and get to work. All right. Gather up those bottles and burn that rubbish. Come on. Hey, young. You go hide the treasure.
Why should he get out of work then?
Because he found the treasure last year. Whoever finds it one year gets to hide the next. That's the way we do it around here.
Hey, Jim.
Yeah. That's a well set up little piece, that Carrie.
Look, don't you think it's about time we get started?
No. We'll wait till they're ready to start that treasure hunt, and then that'll be a good way for me and you to sneak off. We'll be a team, see? And then we'll get lost together, like I said. Stop jumping around from one foot to another. Go along to your wife and tell that Carrie to come and talk to me.
Look, Jigger, you ain't got time for women tonight.
Well, sure I have. You know me, quick or nothing.
Look, Jigger, after we do it, what then?
Well, we'll bury the money and go on like nothing happened for 6 months.
Yeah?
Wait another 6 months, and we'll buy passages on a ship.
The baby will be born by then.
So we'll take it with us.
Maybe we'll sail to San Francisco.
Maybe. Why do you keep putting your hand to your chest?
Smart, keep jumping into the knife.
We'll put the knife on the other side.
Mr. Bigelow, Julie says you to come and help her. Why ain't you working?
I don't feel so good.
Maybe it's them clams not setting so good on your stomach.
No, it's nothing on my stomach. It's something on mine. Come here. I want your advice on something.
Now, Mr. Craven, I ain't got no time for your war yarns or fish stories.
Why, you're sweeter than sugar, and I'm crazy for you. I've never had this feeling before for anyone.
Mr. Craven!
Well, why ain't nothing I wouldn't do for you? Why, just to see your pretty little smile, I'd swim through a beat over my mouth. You'd only go for me. Have a little kiss.
Oh, Mr. Craven, I couldn't.
Didn't you hear me say that I love you?
Well, yes, but I feel sorry for you, and I'll know what am I to do. Mr. Snow and I are going to be crying in church on Sunday.
Oh, next Sunday I'll be far out at sea, looking down at the icy gray waters. Maybe I'll jump in and drown myself.
Oh, don't do that.
Well, then give me a kiss. One measly little kiss.
Enoch wouldn't like it.
I don't want to kiss Enoch.
I'll thank you kindly not to yell at me. And if you love me as much as you say you do, I'll think you treat me with the same respect you would as if you didn't love me at all.
Carrie, Miss Pepperidge, just one word, please. I know I don't deserve your forgiveness, only for a few awful minutes. I let the brook come out of me.
I think I understand.
Well, thank you, Miss Pepperidge. Thank you kindly. There's just one more thing that worries me. And it worries me a lot. It's about you.
About me?
You are such a little innocent. You had no right to stay here and talk with a man you hardly know. Suppose I was a different type of fellow. You know, unprincipled. A fellow who'd use his physical strength to have his will. There are such men.
Well, I know, but...
Well, every girl ought to know how to defend herself against beasts like that. Now, there are certain grips in wrestling that I can teach you. Tricks that'll land a matcher flat on his face in 2 minutes.
Then I'm not strong enough.
I don't take strength. It's all in balance. Just a twist of the wrist and a dig with the elbow. Now here, let me show you a sample. Suppose a fellow comes up and grabs you like this. Now push your 2 arms around my neck. That's it. Now pull me towards you. Now pull my head down. Good girl. Now put your left arm all the way around my neck. Now squeeze. Fire.
Am I hurting you?
You've got me. Help her.
Teach me another.
Now I'll stand here, and you come right at me. Well, wait a second. I'll do it to you first, and then you can do it to me. Now, just stand still and relax. This is the way fire would carry people.
Of course.
See how hopeless you can make a fellow if he tries to get fresh with you?
This is the way fire would carry me.
Where's the fire?
He was just trying to teach me to defend myself.
Well, it didn't look like you'd learned very much by the time I got here.
What's all the fussing and fuzzling and wuzzling about?
And in my opinion, sir, you're as scurvy a hunk of skunk as I ever seen near the water's edge at low tide.
The same side view.
I never thought I'd see a woman I was engaged to be married to being carried out of the woods like a fallen deer.
No, but I wasn't being carried out of the woods. I was being carried into the woods.
I think we've said all we have to say. I can't abide women who are loose, free and lollygagging, and I certainly would never marry one.
But Ethan, I wasn't.
Leave me, please. Leave me with my shattered dreams. They're all I have left. Memories of what didn't happen.
I never see it yet to fail. I never see it fail. A girl who's in love with a virtuous stand to weep and wail. Stone cutters cut on stone, woodpeckers peck it on wood. There's nothing so bad for a woman as a man who thinks he's good.
Nice talk.
My mother used to say to me, when you grow up, my son, I hope you're a bum like your father, because a good man is no fun. Woodpeckers peck it on. There's nothing so bad for a woman as the man who thinks he's good. Take so, tis two. Take so.
Enoch, say you forgive me. Say something soft and sweet. Say something soft and sweet. Say something soft and sweet.
Boston cream pie.
Huh? Oh, don't y'all think it's about time we had started that treasure hunt?
Y'all got any partners? There's 2 men to each team. You got a half an hour to find the treasure. And the winners can kiss any girl they want.
Billy, you going with Jigger? Don't you think that's foolish?
What?
Well, neither one of you knows the other. We all need to split up.
We're partners, see? Come on, Jigger.
I wish you would. I don't know what gets into him. This morning, Enoch put on this suit. And now, he's a different person. I never see it get too fair. I never see it fail. A girl who's in love with any man is due to weep and wail. They're even worse after you marry him. If I were you, I would just give the ring back to him. You'd be better off. Army, she can marry me or she can come with life. God wants to take your life away. There's no relief inside. There's nothing that's clouded inside our faith. And God knows what's all night. Stone cutters cutting on stone. Woodpeckers pecking on wood. There's nothing so bad for a woman as a man who's bad or good. It really makes you wonder, don't it?
Well, here's Julie. She'll tell you. She's your best girlfriend. Tell us you were good, Julie. Tell us you were good.
What's the use of wondering if he's good or if he's bad? Or if you like the way he wears it all? Oh, what's the use of wondering if he's good or if he's bad?
Now, what are you going to say to him?
I say, good evening, sir. Excuse me, sir, could you tell me the time? Well, suppose he answers. What do I do then?
He's not going to answer you.
You ever killed a man before?
If I did, I wouldn't be so likely to say so now, would I?
No, I guess you wouldn't. But if you did, I mean, if tonight, suppose someday when we die, it would go before
Before who?
well, before God.
You and me? Not a chance.
Why not?
What's the highest court they ever dragged you into?
Just police magistrates, I guess.
Sure. Never been before a Supreme Court judge, have you?
No.
Well, it's the same thing in the next world. For the rich, the heavenly judge in the high court. For me and you, police magistrates. For the rich, heavenly music and chubby little angels.
Won't get any music?
Not a note. All we'll get is justice. And there'll be plenty of that here for you and me. Yes, sir, nothing but justice.
It's getting late. He'll be coming back from the clam bake soon. Wish you'd hurry.
He'll come. What do you say we play some cards while we're waiting? Time will pass quicker that way.
All right. Can't wait here doing nothing. Drive a fella crazy.
Got any money?
80 cents.
All right. 80 cents. I'll bank. We'll play 21.
I'll bet the bank.
Whoa. Sounds like he's got an ace.
Give me another. Too much. I wish old Sideburns would hurry and get it over with.
So he's a little bit late. Don't you want to go on with the game?
I ain't got any more money. Hold that.
You want to play on credit?
You mean you trust me?
No. But I'll deduct it
For what?
from your share of the money. If you win, you can deduct it from my share.
All right. How much is in the bank?
The Sideburns will have 3,000 on it. That's what he always brings the captain. But tonight, the captain don't get it. Me and you do. And that's 1,500 to you and 1,500 to me.
Go ahead and do it. 50. No, 100. I'll stand pat.
21.
All right, this time double enough.
Double or nothing it is.
I'll hold.
21.
Are you cheating?
Me? Do I look like a cheat?
All right, this time 500.
Dollars?
Dollars.
Say, you're a plunger, ain't you? Yes, sir.
Give me another. I'll stand.
21. That makes 700 you owe me.
700. Double enough. Give me another. I'll stand.
21. A natural.
Why, you're a cheat, you dirty. Go, baby. Excuse me, sir. Could you tell me the time?
Don't budge, either one of you. Drop that knife. Ahoy there, the Nancy B.
Ahoy! Who's down there?
You chase after the other ones running down Maple Street. I've got this thing covered. There's another bullet in here for you, don't forget that. Look behind me. What do you see coming?
Just a policeman.
You asked me what time it was? It's going to be 10 to 20 years for you.
Oh, no. They won't put me in jail.
Where do you think you're going?
Who fired that shot? What's going on here? Stop Give me a meal with this coat. Watch that knife.
You all right, Mr. Bassett?
Yes, I'm fine. Lucky, though. Very lucky. It's the first time I ever carried a gun with you.
Is he dead? No, he's still breathing.
Bring him over here so we can lay him out flat.
We're here on the bench.
that I was coming from the ship, not going to it.
The money they tried to treat you for is locked up in the desk.
The fools. What's that?
Folks coming back from the clam bake.
You better stop them.
Sir. Stand back.
Who is it?
Get back there.
Billy! Bigelow! Poor Julie!
Billy!
Julie, little Julie. Something I want to tell you. Didn't see nothing ahead. Gerald told me how we might get hold of a lot of money. Maybe sail to San Francisco. Tell the baby if you want. I had this idea about San Francisco. Hold my hand tight.
I am holding it tight all the time.
Tighter. Still tighter. Julie.
The good Lord will help you now, man.
No, please. What am I gonna do? I'll stay here with you. So I can live with you and have a baby. Thank you. I keep it. Gotta keep carrying it. I used to say it in school. See you now. See you now.
Billy. Huh? Get up. Who are you? Shake yourself up. We gotta get going.
Going? Where?
You never mind where. The important thing is, you can't stay here.
Julie.
She can't hear you.
Who decided that?
You did. When you killed yourself.
Oh, I see, so it's all over.
No, it isn't as simple as that. As long as one person on earth remembers you, it's never over.
Well, what are you going to do to me?
I ain't going to do anything. I just came down to fetch you. Take you up to the judge.
The judge? Am I going before the Lord God himself?
What have you ever done that you should come before him?
So that's it, just like Jagger said. No Supreme Court for the little people, just police magistrates.
Who said anything about
I'll tell you something, if they kick me around up there like they did on Earth, well, I'm going to do something about it. I'm dead now, see? And I ain't got nothing to lose. I'm going to stand up for my rights. Come up before the highest.
Simmer down, Billy. Simmer down. Billy.
Now, what is this? Who are you?
Never mind who I am, Bigelow.
Where are we?
You're in the backyard of heaven. There's the gates over there.
The pearly gates?
No, the pearly gates are in front. Those are just the back gates. They're mother up.
I don't want to go into a back gate, see?
Now look here, young man. You'll go where we send you.
Look,
Don't yell.
I didn't.
Well, don't. Brother Joshua, this one's finished. Please take it and take it over to Philadelphia.
Yes, sir.
Now, this is a routine question I gotta ask everyone. Is there anything on earth that you left unfinished? The reason I ask is that you're entitled to go back for one day, if you want to.
Just as long as I'm here for good.
Waives his right to go back.
Say, can I ask you a question?
The baby, is it going to be a boy or a girl?
We'll come to that later.
But I'm only asking.
Let me do the asking, you do the answering. I got my orders. Now, you left your wife with that baby coming, with nothing for him to live on. Why'd you do that?
Well, I couldn't get any work and couldn't bear to see her.
Couldn't bear to see her cry. Why not come right out and say it? Are you afraid of saying the right word? Are you ashamed that you loved Julie?
I ain't ashamed of anything.
Why'd you beat her?
I didn't beat her. I hit her once.
Why?
We'd argue and she'd say this, I'd say that. She'd be right. So I hit her.
Are you sorry you hit her?
I ain't sorry for nothing.
You can be as stubborn and pernickety as you want. Up here, patience is as endless as time. We can wait. Now look here, son. It's only fair to tell you, you're in a pretty tight corner. The fact is, you haven't done enough good in your life to get in there. Not even through the back door.
I can't get in, I can't.
I didn't say you can't get in. I said you haven't done enough good so far. You still might make it, if you tried hard enough.
How?
Why don't you go down to earth like a day? Why don't you go down to earth for a day like I said you could? Do something real fine for someone.
Who could I help?
Well, for one thing, you might do your little daughter some good.
A daughter, a baby, it's a girl?
She ain't a baby no more. She's 15 years old.
How could that be? I just came from there.
Up here, you gotta get used to a new way of telling time. A year on earth is just a minute. Would you like to look down and see her?
Can I see her from here?
Sure could. Follow me.
Say, tell me something. Is she happy?
No, she ain't, Billy. She's a lot like you. That's why I think you're the one that can help her the most.
If she ain't happy, I don't want to see her.
Well, right this minute, she appears to be having a fine time. Yes, sir. Got her shoes and stockings off. She's running on the beach.
Like I used to.
Don't you think you better take a look?
All right, where is she? What do I got to do to see her?
Just look and wait. The power to see her will come to you.
Is that her? The pretty little girl?
Pretty, ain't she?
My little girl.
My father bought me my pretty dress.
Well, my father would have bought me a pretty dress, too. He was a barker on a